Biscuits and tea.
This all started from talk about coaching stories. I don't know how we got to this, but I wanted to tell a quick little story about when I was a freshman in high school and I had a football coach, soccer coach, scream at me.
I hope this is the story that I'm thinking of.
So I'm not sure which one you're thinking of, but you can have to remind me if it's not. But basically, when I was a freshman coming into Olathe East, I don't even care anymore. Terry Hare still coaches Olathe East, and this dude is he's like Bobby Knight. He's the Bobby Knight of soccer. He's a little short, 5'9" guy. I like him. He's a nice guy. We're cool now or whatever, but he just has a very...
When you say Bobby Knight, you're saying like one of the most successful coaches.
He's very successful. He's won multiple state cups. He's been coaching at I mean, like at the high school level, I would consider him,
he's one of the top dogs, huh?
Yeah, he's been around. He's just been around a long time. So he is very intense. Like he's known to have, break clipboards, scream at people, he's just nuts. So we're getting ready for preseason, and I'm in there. I'm a tiny little freshman, right? But I'm, I can play. I like, whatever. And it's just not the ideal situation if you're a soccer player in America. And he had this idea in his mind, I think, that when I came in, that he had to like toughen me up, and I was like some sort of pussy or something like that. So
he did not do
every time we'd be doing something like running or whatever, like he would have us do these long 100-yard sprints where you run to the 18-yard box and you run backwards, and then you run to the half field and then you run backwards, and we just do that. And I was exhausted. I was freaking tired. I was like 110 pounds. I was tired. I couldn't run anymore. And I was like going really slow. And I just remember him walking alongside me going, "You fucking little pussy bitch, run, pussy bitch." And I'm just like, wow, I'm a freshman.
I've never gotten that.
I don't have any issue with it. I don't think it's bad, or I was called way worse, throughout college and all that kind of stuff. And it prepared me for real life. But it's just an amazing thing. I can't imagine being a grown man. You couldn't get away with that nowadays.
Is that something you're called on real life? Do you have people just yelling at you down the street during real life? Like just
I'm prepared, yeah. No, yeah, but that was one instance. But the other instance was we were in halftime, and this dude smashed his head on the whiteboard. We were about to go on to play a rival, Olathe South versus Olathe East. And this dude was trying to get us hyped up, and he's like, "And I want to beat these motherfuckers!" And he just like fucking bashed his head on the whiteboard, just blood coming down his face, and he's like, we're just like, what is going on? I'm a freshman. I'm sitting there like, this is not what I'm used to. Like Emilio John is my club coach, and sometimes I can't even hear him when he's speaking. It's just like terrifying.
Yeah. So I'd never heard the first story, but the second one is what I was just, because I mean, I've played for a lot of coaches, even, youth, never seen anything like that. That beats. I mean, I've seen some crazy shit, but to bang. Do you think he didn't? Because here's the thing, football coaches, and just to bring it back to like Pete Carroll, like all the football mentality, American football mentality. Some of these coaches understand that if they do a thing, they're doing it for show. They do it to get people going, or they want to do. Was this part of a? Did he lose it? Does he have an issue?
No,
was this a show?
Because he's like
had a ketchup packet.
Yeah, Yeah, I feel like it was always like just like this. That was his coaching persona, and like it did get people hype. Like he's done well. I think it works. Like in some instances, obviously, that's what football coaches act like. If you go and watch, what's that show, Tyler, on Netflix with the junior college football teams?
Oh yeah,
Last Chance U. If you look up any. Go look up clips from Last Chance U and listen to some of these guys talk. That's the way that most soccer coaches did talk to me in high school and college.
Is it just because you had a bunch of football coaches? They weren't soccer coaches.
Who did you have? Did you have
high school?
Well, okay. So I was all of my American coaches were very normal, very just what I would want as coach. When I was, I think, U16 with DC United, we had two coaches who were brothers from the slums of Brazil. Like straight slums of Brazil is where they came from. They would tell us all the time that when someone wouldn't get stuck in, like if I brought you guys to my town in Brazil and people didn't know you were with me, you would be dead in 30 minutes. And like that is not like you would literally be shot, you'd be stabbed, you'd be robbed, and you would just be left out in the streets. Like just that's Like, that's just what, dude. This team was a mess. They I can't even explain. Guys, we bring in BB guns onto the bus and shooting the U16
What is
players,
happening?
younger kids.
Yeah.
This was guys would be stealing out of the team stores. Our team store, we'd leave from RFK, and we'd get a call midway up through New York, and the guy'd be like, "Hey, you guys, the equipment manager or whoever's in charge of the team store says that there's a bunch of stuff missing. We left at 8 a.m. We are the only people that would have been in this store. Who did this?" Guys would be taking back weight. This is while we were on the U16, so U7 was it U? I guess U16. So guys be 15. They'd be taking back waitresses from restaurants and kick everyone out of their door rooms and fuck them, and then this academy was an absolute mess when I was there. It's actually set up really well now, but it's because it was early on in it where they just took all of the best players from every club. DC is a very populated area, and it's a very talented area for soccer, and they took here's the best player from this club. Here's the best player from this club.
Of course.
Here's the two best players. And it's just the egos put on. It was a bunch of inner city DC kids that were just.
I see. Just out of control.
Guys would be they'd be smoking joints in the bathroom before we'd be heading off to games in the hotel rooms.
I wonder why we're not a great soccer in the country. People smashing their heads on whiteboards. We got drug addicts at 16 playing soccer games. My God.